It's at all.
Okay.
It's not when you install the update.
Alright, so as previously stated, yes, the break has ended, everybody. Ignore the backgrounds for now. I'm still trying to get everything readjusted and everything, but hey, it's okay. It's okay. Things are coming to slowly coming to. So with that being said, tonight's show is going to be a little bit different. Let's see here. Ah, what did I do? Okay. So just give me time here to get things adjusted, and so it's been one of those times. I do have some new products that I do use in investigations, and I'm going to be doing it online as on the show also. So instead of AirPods for my phone, I'm going to be using I will be using a mic. So, which were recommended to me by a good friend. The missile. Let's see here. Let me find the file because I am honestly not with it. Like I said, ignore the background for now. Okay. Oh my god, I'm burning up. I am burning up. Okay, so as previously stated, the break has ended. Yes, it has ended. I am back with the show and everything and still being revamped. But that doesn't mean I'm just gonna grab this. Take the AirPod out so that way there's no interference, and if I have to, I'll put the noise cancellation on the microphone. So, yeah. Anyway, back to what I was trying to say. Yes, I wanted to take a break for a year. Yes, I wanted to just relax for a year and try to revamp the show and get everything back to where it was and where it needed to be, where I had it at. Yes, I have grown so much in the last the last year or so, and I really appreciate it. It's been a lot the last 2-3 years now. So, but with that being said, the show is back. Hey, Jeremy, thanks. Yep, I'm back. So like I stated in the actual description, I know over here, and yes, I do stream on 2 different platforms. I stream here, and then I stream over on the TT. And so, with that being said, yes, I am back, and the show will be going on, but it's going to look a little weird for the first couple weeks, like I said, because I am revamping everything. So I'm going to go over some of the other older locations that I have done in the past. With that being said, now, if you guys seen my post or anything, which I didn't really post about it, but I'll get back into that. I did go back to the old Costa County Jail last Saturday with Demizo, aka Kevin. And to say that night was amazing. That was the official night that I was coming back from everything. I went live over on TT. I didn't go live on Facebook. That was only because I was testing out the new mics that I bought. But we got some really great stuff, like amazing stuff. And me being me, as we all know, I do have those moments, and I forgot to take noise cancellation off of my mic that I was wearing. And while you can see my REM pod going stupid crazy, you couldn't hear it. But you could hear me and Kevin talking and me explaining to him this is what it does here on this side, but we took it out. You guys will see it. I will post it over on TT and I'll post it over here on TikTok. And from what he tells me, we captured some great evidence. And so I'm super excited to see what he got on his end. and what I got on my end. I still haven't gotten through everything yet, but we're getting there. But it was a really fun night. I'm so happy to be back. I'm so happy to get back into everything. But with that, and I don't know if any other location. Hi, I'm good. How are you? I don't know what other location to do tonight that I've done in the past. So, oh, thank you. So, further ado, let's just get right into it. The old K County Jail and old Casco County Jail Museum in Warsaw, Indiana, where I reside. As we all know, that's a home away from home. A lot of people know it. A lot of people have investigated it. So, I have been there multiple times. That's a home away from home. Um, it was designed and built by Richard Epperson. So the location where it stands now is technically the third location that it was hit. The first location is where the courthouse is. The second location is where it sits now, but it burned down. Third location is where it finally sat at. Um, it does have two different sides. It's got the sheriff's side, it's got the sheriff's side, and then it's got the jail side. Now, back in the day, um, where did my I'm missing stuff. Aha! Found it. I found what I was looking for, guys. So it opened in 1870. It was actually designed by George Carnsley, sorry, but built by Richard Epperson. And it served as a jail for 112 years. That's a lot of years. It was one of the state's stealthiest lockups. The sheriff lived in the same building as and his wife had provided the meals and stuff to the inmates, and it housed thousands of historical and nostalgic. It does, but it houses so many different artifacts from around K County, and so it's got a John Dillinger area. It's got so many different artifacts in it, and it's such a lovely place. The first actual jail was built in 1837, but this one was built in 1870. Like I said, that was the third location, the one that we all come to know and love and investigate. And it was actually the first one. There was a lot of breakouts, so a lot of people broke out, so they built the one now. And it was built in the Castalda, I can never pronounce that, Gothic design, and the sheriff acted as a in-house warden. The building has an appearance of a small castle with a turret fascination with pointed arches. In 1937, on the north side, the garage was added. It was only major alteration of the time of the exterior. The first sheriff of this K County was Isaac Kirkland. He served from 1836 to 1839. And the very first jail, like I said, was believed to be in a log cabin, stood where the current old Casco County courthouse is today. And it was used until the Justice Building, which is now what we call the courthouse and the jail and everything that's added, just like the very first. So if you think about it, though, so the jail and the current courthouse that we have in Warsaw, Indiana, is just like the very first one that was built, and the one that a lot of us paranormal investigators come to love and investigate. So the jail and the courthouse were added together. And going into the paranormal aspects of the jail, like I said, I have been there thousands of times. It's a home away from home. I love the place, and I love having guests when I join me. As most of you all know, Miss Maya, my daughter, has joined me on a lot of different locations, and What? I don't know what that means, but anyway. But it houses so many different artifacts, and it's said to have so many different, like, we all have come to love it, and we all have had so many different experiences there. Um, I know Sam, Mantha, and Sean Loungers have E-Town Paranormal, go there a lot. They love it. Oh gosh, what is his name? I just had it on the tip of my tongue. Oh no. Oh gosh, what is his name? Oh gosh, I can't remember his name. Give me 1 second, guys. I will. I cannot remember his name. And we're friends on Facebook. Anyway, Maya does not investigate with me no more. She, the new um president, does not want her to come, and which I understand everything. Everything's fine there. She's bummed out, but hey, it's okay. It's all good. We'll get her back into there when she gets a little bit older, and there's still a lot of locations that she can go with me to. I told her that we're going to go to the cemetery, one of the cemeteries around here somewhere, to investigate, because she just got a bunch of new paranormal equipment for Christmas. So, but let me see if I can find a different location to do. There has been so many different reports of paranormal activity happening at the Old Key County Jail, and me firsthand being there, firsthand seeing it, experiencing it. I know for me personally, going up to the sheriff's resident the sheriff's, not the sheriff's side, go in the sheriff's side, but the jail side up in the women's cell, I interact with the little boy called. Sorry about that, guys. But I interact with little Joseph. There is Adam. That's what the little boy's name is. Adam. That I interact with. I don't interact with them all, but um. So, with that being said, though, it's an amazing location. I love it. The spirits there are amazing. The location itself, like being there and being able to go through and like looking at all the location, like all the artifacts they have, that's awesome. But this past weekend when we went, it was so fun. It was amazing. I loved going. And I do know at one point in time we had a full on conversation with, I'm not for sure who it was exactly, what spirit it was, but we had a full on conversation, and they were intelligent enough to actually go and look and go and like lead us type, I guess you could say, up to the third floor in the sheriff's quarters, because there is 3 floors. There's first floor, second floor, third floor. I never really go up to the third floor. That's only because one of the entities there or the spirits there have been like, back off, this is my area type. So I'm like, okay, you want me up here? I won't come up here. But that's not the point. So we went up there and they completely described, I kid you not, there is like I don't know what it's called, honestly. It's I'm gonna call it a monument, but I don't know. It's like a thing for the Lincoln Highway, which runs through here, which is off of 30. They describe to a T, pretty much, the penny that was on Lincoln, like the penny that was on this piece of thing, and give me 1 second, guys.
Brian, Oh, you actually know? It's a good thing. I think it would be like,
Thank God I have noise cancellation.
Here.
Sorry, I'm putting noise cancellation on this one. I can't do it this one just yet because the other mic is like dead. Because I had a blonde moment. Because, like I said, ignore the setup right now. I have to get it all. So, I have mics that I'm using now for the show and for investigations. I plugged this one in to my computer to see if I could get it to work for my computer for tonight. And it was flashing red. So I messaged somebody over it and, well, you see, I have a blonde moment. And at the bottom here, and here, had a little piece of blue thing over it. And it was flashing right at me. I could not figure out why. Then I seen that and I took it off and it started charging. So, yeah, I felt stupid. But it's okay. It's okay. I'm sorry. It's okay. I know I seem like I'm really hyper, but that's because I'm happy to be back. I'm so excited to do these new locations that I'm starting to look into. And I promise you, give me about a month, 2 months, and I will start doing America locations and then across the pond locations. So with that, with the revamp of the show, there will be one USA show and there will be one across the pond, not show, but locations, and then across the pond location. So until then, we're just gonna do a recap of the locations that I've done so far. I know there's been a lot. Trust me, I know there's been a lot, but getting back into it and putting all of the emotion like I used to back into it and just having a fun time with my show. That's what it's about. Being just my normal self, not what I was. Does that make sense? So, but yeah, I am super excited to start using these more often on the show. They have noise cancellation on them, so I can use them. Sorry for you guys. I know it's kind of loud because I got 2 boys over in the next room doing this number. You guys, you won't hear it except for me, hopefully. Let me know. So, woo! Get my trusty notebook out that I keep all my locations that I've done in it. Oh, there it goes. Let's see here. And yes, I have kept track of all the locations that I've done on the show. Well, that's not something I need. That's not something I need. Don't you just love it when you have to go through your stuff and you're like, hey, I don't need this, I don't need this, I don't need this, right? I don't even know what files I have with me here at my new location. I have access to all the other locations, but I just don't know which ones I have because I haven't taken them to the filing cabinet yet. So I got this for over the seas location. So I'm looking for over the seas location. So here and here. If you guys have any locations that are across the pond, please let me know. Either message me or anything. Comment on any of my lives or my posts. I'm looking for overseas locations to do for the show. That's one of the revamps of the show. I know I keep saying it. I know I keep saying I'm going to do it. But this time I'm really serious. I'm supposed to take a break to start doing all that to get everything in line. But this is for my over the seas locations. I got so many different notebooks and things, guys. I'm a dedicated person when it comes to like writing. Like, I mean, if it tells you anything, I have. These are just 4 of them, but I've had 4 different. Yeah, 5. Sorry, 5 different notebooks and everything that I will go and put locations in. Plus, I have 1, 2, 3 composition notebooks in my filing cabinet that have nothing but different locations in it that I wanted to do and or have done and just jot it down really quickly because we all know Linda likes to like make her little reports. So, what are you doing? Oh, guys, look who I finally got with me. I am so happy to have her home. She's like, Mom, why do you got me? You know, stay on my lap? No, you can't get up there. Oh, yeah. Woo! I forgot. I don't know if I did these. So remind me if I did. Birmingham Arms and the Seaside. Oh, yeah. Oh, that reminds me. The Seaside is what reminded me because I was on a show last year, the Nick Files, I think is what it was. And we were talking about an orphanage right next to the sea that got wiped out. And it reminded me of this one. So,
Guys really went all the way down, so you get more fashion.
yeah. So that's in Connecticut. And it was originally supposed to treat children with tuberculosis. And it has a long history. Medical facility. It was overlooking Long Island Sound. That was also a home for the elderly and medical hospital, a facility to treat the mentally handicapped. So it was a lot in its day. So, and it closed in 1996 due to lack of need. So nobody needed it because, you know, back then, the Seaside Regional Center was there to treat tuberculosis. It had a lot of different names. I was going to go through this one and redo it. And then it was actually first of its kind with natural methods. So it kind of did like what Waverly Hills did, put the patients outside and everything. And the Normanton Arms Factory, that one I had to censor because it dealt with pew pew.
Yeah, could be that one.
That's right. The things that I have in, like within me, not in me, but you know what? Let's go with this guy. Just don't mention. I haven't done that one in a while. We're gonna actually do Randolph County Asylum because that one, or the Hannah House, which I have an event coming up in Hannah House. Leveling Castle. You know what? We're gonna do Randolph County Asylum, and then we'll go into other ones because a friend of mine, a good friend of mine, the one that I went with last weekend, was talking about Randolph County Asylum. So let's do that history. So tonight's show's gonna be a little bit different. It's gonna be a little bit. It's not gonna be a full hour. I know that much because I still want to be able to get things back into rolling and everything. So, but everything. You better not spam my live because you do, and I will kick you out of it. My son is watching my live on TT when he's in the next room over.
You're beginning. Who's the one that has you on TikTok? I could just take you off TikTok right now on my end.
You're lucky I can pause one of these live, but not the other one. But I'll just say it right now. You take me off TT, you lose TT.
What's TT?
What you're watching me on.
Half women. Why would I? Hold on. How's to take long? What's the big deal?
We will get into that after my show. What are you doing? Oh, Mom's doing paranormal work, so she wants to be right here, I guess. Randolph County Asylum is not completely finished. Okay, we'll just tell Mansion. It's got my notes that I like to read off of. Wait, let's. I don't know that. Oh. What blue was I wearing that day? Anyway, sorry. I got distracted by some photos. But anyway, so the not the Winchester, Stone Mansion, which is also in Winchester, Indiana, which is like a 5-minute drive from the Winchester Asylum. And it's got a rich history, switched hands over the years. It was built in 1872, built by Ashel. I cannot pronounce it. Mr. Stone, General Stone. And it was on a home. There was a home built that was there before it was built. And Mr. Stone had to demolish that home and put his home there. It was built known as a Second Empire. A series of catalog style homes is like on the east side of the home itself. And these homes were built originally to house the families and the people that were building the mansion. It was built for Mr. Stone and his wife Lydia, and they had marble imported marble, and then it was used for fireplaces, the quarry, where the quarry from Michelangelo got all his marble from, and they didn't have any children, which is also just like Mr. Hannah and Elizabeth down in Indianapolis, Indiana. They didn't have any children either, guys. And so he was instrumental in shifting the railroad through Winchester in his own property. He was a commissioner general, commissary general, and state quartermaster general during the Civil War. Stone was a contractor and an entrepreneur, donated 40 acres to establish the Fountain Park Cemetery as a public cemetery. At one point in time, you could see Stone's burial plot from the master bedroom of the mansion. And I have actually stood in that window and looked out. And it would have been so cool to see that, but I couldn't see it, but it's okay. And when Mr. Stone, like General Stone, died February 25th of 1891, and then Lydia shortly passed September 18th of 1892. And after Stone passed away, left Lydia with everything, and when she died, a E. Miller purchased it from the estate, and it was sold 3 separate times in 1927. In 1979, the Williams, who purchased it in 1968, applied for it to be put on the National Register of Historic Places, and it was approved to be put on that registry March 21st of 1979. So from 68 to 79, they were trying to get it put on the historical places, and it finally went through. In 1985, it became a restaurant and had an addition built on the south side. In 2019, Stop purchased it from Richard Wise and has been trying to restore it to its former glory. And if you know what I'm talking about, the Stone Mansion, which is in Winchester, Indiana, it did get like damaged from a tornado that happened in Winchester. Now I seen a post. Correct me if I'm wrong, everybody. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but somebody said that they looked out the window or something like that and saw the tornado and was going toward the mansion, kind of like split, go around it, and come back together. Now I've heard of tornadoes doing that when they hit, like they can't go up and down hills. So being a former tornado chaser and spider myself, do know that if you go into a ditch or under a bridge, if it hits it, it'll break off. It could break off and connect again on the other side, but it can't jump and it can't go up and down hills, which is really, really, really weird. I don't understand it. That's probably why most of the tornadoes happen out toward California and all that. Tornado Alley. But I was fortunate enough to go there in 2019, 2020. Cannot remember the years, but that's okay. For a 3-day weekend, and that was the second location. So the jail was the first. Second location was the Stone Mansion. Third location was the Winchester Asylum. But while there, we did hear voices. I heard a lot. Seen a couple of things. It felt like really heavy in parts of the mansion. But down in the basement is where it was really, really not scary, not heavy, but really sad because it said that one of the groundskeepers ended up a little girl down in the basement. And we did get some hits with her or with a NFT or spirit down there that was really fond of like all the little flashing lights, like the balls, like cat balls, and Boo Buddy. Some people have seen Mr. Stone himself, wondering what was his, and then also there's been shadows in the cemetery around his stone. So it's been quite a journey, but like I felt cold spots, I heard voices, I seen things. Sadly I did not make it all night. I ended up passing out early because it was still in my early days when I was just getting into like investigations, because when I started everything in 2018, I decided back in 2018 when I first started that I was going to just do my history and everything, and that was it. And then I got into investigating and wasn't able to stay up all night, but it's okay. I would have made it up all night, but sadly I got put on some new medication that kind of took its toll on me at times. So, but that's okay. But I'm able to stay up longer now, thank goodness. So maybe we'll capture some more good evidence if I ever go back. But hey, who knows? Yes, I still have Peppy. Which is a good thing. We have a full year planned again. I was only planning on doing a couple of things, but then I just decided against it. I decided to just come back full time and work on everything while I was doing it, but it's okay. With that being said, with everything, I am going to go into everything. Like I said, I'm going to be doing overseas locations. I'm going to be doing these locations, United States locations, and we're just gonna have fun again. I am ready to have fun. I'm ready to just get back into it the way I was and not really have any cares in the world while I'm doing it, but hey. It's all good. Like I said, and be on the lookout. Like I'm bouncing all over the place, and I really don't care because that's how my show really is. Honestly, if you think about it, you go back to my old shows, you'll be like, "Oh my god, this woman does not stand task." Um, be on the lookout for any videos, pictures, anything from last weekend from when me and do you want me to say your actual name? Do you want me to say your actually I have no idea where my shirt went to. Demazel. We went to Kick Jail, like I said in the beginning of the show. Be on the lookout for all that evidence because I know we got some really good stuff, and I know I captured that. I had to have captured that full body apparition walking through the doorway. Yes. I'm super excited because this is the second time I've seen this lady sitting in one of the rooms up on the sheriff's side talking to Mr. Adam right before I called Maya because, like I said, Maya's not allowed to go there anymore right now. I seen a full body apparition go across the doorway. And my phone was pointed at the doorway, so I'm super excited to see if I got it. So if I did, awesome. If not, hey, I will take the memories. So I do know we got a lot of great stuff. I was so happy and so excited. Really needed the laughs and just felt good to be out and about and to be able to do the thing that I love the most and be at one of the locations I love the most and for the Mizzle to be able to experience the jail for the very first time. And it was just it was just an amazing time. What am I saying? It was an amazing time. I can't wait to go back again and do it again. Most likely in May. Just so you know. Back in May, hopefully. My baby cousin wants to go. And I can't, that's going to be really hard. I'm getting a new tattoo and I want to show you guys, but I don't know how I'm going to show it because with as much detail as in the tattoo, I can't put it where I want to put it, so it's got to go on my back. Okay. Hey, Jaden.
Oh, no, that's
Look up there and see if the picture of the ghost is still up there.
what?
Me and Casey's tattoo. Look up there and see if it's still up there. I know the girls had one.
No, I don't see it.
No? Okay. Well, anyway, so it's going on my left shoulder blade because I don't want to put it on my right because I'm probably going to have surgery on my right shoulder, but it's going to go on my left shoulder. And because I wanted it on my left forearm, but with as much detail as in the tattoo, it's too much. It's like my arm is too small. Because we all know that I'm small and yeah. Yeah. So anyway, let's go on to next week's show. So what should we do for next week's show? You know what? We're going to do the Hannah House in Waverly Hills next week. Like I said, I'm going to be going over a lot of different locations that I've already done. Just because, like I said, I revamping the show and everything, and I want to. I'm going to hopefully this week get into getting more of the evidence. Hello, can I help you? I swear, every time I start talking about doing something with my paranormal work, or I bring out a file, Miss Boots has to come out. Like, these were put up, and then I take them back out, and now she's back out. If you watch my previous videos, you'll see that she is in almost every single one. Boo Boots! Come here. you will see that she is in just about every single one. Yeah, you can say hi. Yeah. So, yes. But every time I start to do anything with like the paranormal work, she decides that she's gonna have to come out because she doesn't want mom to work on anything. I'm hoping to get the tattoos done soon. I've had all the supplies for like 3 weeks now. Really? Really? See? Really? Really? So, but yes, Randolph County Asylum, and then I'm going to be doing the Winchester, not the Winchester, but the Hannah House. Next week's show. And then I'm going to make a list of all the locations I have done so far. That's going to be a revamp, not a revamp, but new to the show. So give me about, like I said, 2 more months. And hopefully I'll start to do a USA location and over the seas location. I'm really excited to get back into doing these things, guys. So that was weird. But anyway, like I said, this is not going to be a hour long show tonight. It's just going to get, jump back in there and be able to be like, hey, by the way, I'm back. So, yeah. With that being said, I'm going to get off here, guys. I love you all. I will see you guys next week. And be on the lookout for, like I said, for that videos, pictures, whatever, of our investigation from last week. I'm super excited. I can't wait to see what he got. I know I can't wait to see what our finisher I got. So, love y'all. See you next week.